All right. How's it going tonight, everyone? Welcome. Sorry for the late start. It's been a weird day, and I have not been feeling great. So, we'll see how long the stream goes too, because of that as well. Anyways, as y'all know, we're working to try to get Bonjour, aka Link Local Messaging. More on that in a second. Into Pidgin 3, Experimental 2, which which I've promised on March 31st. So we got a bunch of stuff to do. We're going to try to get part of it stood up working today. We'll see. There's already a bunch of work that was done to make it, I don't want to say mostly work, but to like build the plugin and get the protocol working and that kind of stuff. So the next step is to try to go through and start actually, putting together, make it functional. So, in my research of all this and how we're going to do this and blah, 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 looking at Pidgin 2 code and going through the ZEP 174, and a whole bunch of other stuff, I came across that nobody else calls it Bonjour. Well, maybe not nobody else, but like the official name of this is not Bonjour. Bonjour is the name of Apple's ZeroConf implementation. That's where the name Bonjour comes from. And that's where our protocol name comes from as well. When this was first started, Apple named their ZeroConf stuff Rendezvous, and our protocol plugin was called Rendezvous until they changed the name. Then we did the same thing. It turns out that some other companies do have some other products that are built on top of Bonjour, specifically like Cisco and I can't think of it. The Juniper switches. They have some other stuff too called Bonjour Gateway, stuff like that. Those are similar. But what we're specifically doing is we are implementing link local messaging, which is the name that's defined in ZEP 174 and the DNS service discovery official list. DNSSD is all this. Really? I don't remember this being this, but okay. Oh, it redirected me to HTTP? All right, well, whatever. So you'll see there is... We scroll down. Where is it? Pass it? What the hell? Link, local, let's just do messaging. Actually, what the hell is EB? Oh, alright. Howdy. Apparently there's other protocols that do this too. That's interesting. Oh, that's right. Presence is the name. So peer-to-peer messaging or link local messaging. XMPP calls it link local messaging, so that's what we're going for. And that, the abbreviation for that is LLM. So let's have some fun with that. Which you may have seen if you saw my Mastodon post about this. Saying that we're working on LLM for Pidgin 3. It's not a lie. It's just misleading. Just like all AI. Yeah, I said that. So anyways, there's a bunch of stuff we need to do, including change the name Bonjour to link local messaging. We're going to leave the code the way it is right now. Because it's going to be a pain in the butt to go and change all that. We can. I don't know that we need to, because technically it is Bonjour support, but maybe we're doing more later. I don't know, right? But so the idea here is we can actually make this a link local messaging. Let's do that. So then we want to say link local messaging Bonjour. These should be, why is this not tagged? This should be tagged for translation. Link local messaging is a serverless protocol for local networks. Sure, that still works. We should probably change that, but the rest of this is fine, right? First thing is to make it, appear with a proper name. Come on. There you go. Alright, so now if we try to add an account. Link local messaging, Bonjour. Link local messaging service protocol for local networks. Yay! Right. So So that right now that does nothing, literally nothing. Yeah. I think that's technically part of this, but yeah, we've got a whole lot of work to do. But the first step is just change the name. Because, yep. Update the Bonjour protocol into link local messaging. Bonjour. Logs closed. 1857. Oh. 3860. And created a new LM account in and verified the name and description was correct. Like we do for IRC, I want to try to make sure it's all here. Yep, nothing too major, but there we go. So the next part is the actual fun part. And this is going to take a bit, but shouldn't take a ton. But oh yeah, there's a ton of work here. All right, hold on. I gotta go take care of something. I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, okie dokie. Alright, so. Alright, so right now this just goes straight to connected. That's okay. So the first thing we need to do. Oh, that was on 6. We are going to create a G socket server. Service, my bad. And we need to store this guy. So one of the way this works is, and so we were waiting forever to do anything with this because we were thinking we need to have the whole XMPP implementation done and blah blah blah. We need the basics of the XMPP parser working. We don't need the whole thing. Okay, this is just all stubbed up for a bunch of stuff. Okay, it's fine. But the big thing that we do need is we need a socket service running to accept incoming XMPP connections. And all the MDNS stuff or all the Bonjour stuff, all that crap, that doesn't really matter. It does to make this work in the long run, but to get it built, we need to have the XMPP server running anyways, blah, blah, blah. The MDNS stuff is just, you know, letting others discover us and stuff like that. So what we can do in the meantime is we can build the socket service, and then we can manually use something like Avahi publish, or there's an MDNS send or something like that. I don't remember the exact name. That we can use to publish to help people discover our implementation. This is just temporary for development. Obviously, the rest of the code is going to go in here. The issue is we need to abstract out the MDNS stuff and all that, because like Windows, of course, there's a different implementation. I think Apple's is the same, but it's not quite Avahi everywhere, or it's very similar. Avahi is different than the Apple implementation, stuff like that, right? So on Linux versus Mac versus Windows, we have to, well, whatever, Unix, POSIX versus Mac and Windows, we have different implementations everywhere. So we have to worry about that and deal with that, which sucks, but you know, it's not. It's pretty common for us. So is there? We can call stop. This calls thread save something, maybe call from a threading request. No, this only stops accepting new connections. Does not close the listening sockets, and you can call gsocket service start again later to begin listening again. To close the listening sockets, call gsocket listener close. This will happen automatically when the socket service is finalized. This must be called before calling gsocket listener close. Okay, so we call stop, then close. Socket. This must be called before calling gsocket listener close. Oh, right. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So, in our teardown function in disconnect, gsocket service stop. We need Bonjour connection star connection. Do that for a moment. I think that's how we're doing it elsewhere. Yeah. Sure, we can do this too. All right, then we want to say, not connection class. I don't know how I type connection class, but whatever. Then we're gonna say connection service. And then for right now, we're gonna cheat. We're just gonna have a gsocket listener. Or should we do it that way? Gsocket service. I don't know how we get the listeners. Oh, okay. So, okay. We don't even need to do the separate one. It's fine. So then we're going to also say gsocket listener close, gsocket listener connection service. G-socket service is a socket listener, so that's cool. And then we're gonna G clear object connection service. All right, so that should do. Oh, what we should really do is if G is socket service connection service. There we go. Well, that makes this a little bit better. And then we can just change the G object on ref. All right, we'll use clear object. That's fine. Because then that'll set that to null, which means if this gets called again or whatever, then this will fail and we'll be fine. All right, that's no longer unused. Socket listener. Where's close? Okay. There's no errors or anything here, so that's all right. All right, so that's the cleanup part of this, right? All right, so we got the port, we got all that. We don't need username. Oh yeah, we do. Never mind. We don't like need it, but we will need it at some point. We don't need a connectional or cancelable because we already have one of those. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's got pulled from here. That's fine. Oh, but actually we don't use that here at all, so that's fine. This is just stubbed off of the XMPP protocol, which obviously works a bit differently. So that's okay. So then we're gonna say connection service goes G socket service new. I don't think that took any parameters. Yeah. And then we add listeners and stuff. Right, the service and add the listeners. Let me say G socket listener. And find that port. Yeah, I think that's what we want. There's GCP socket listening on IPv4 and IPv6 if supported on the specified port on all interfaces. Yes. Source object, blah, blah. So we just want to add this one for now. G socket listener and find that port. G socket listener connection service port. G-object identifying the source. Argument can be no. Data is owned by the caller. We probably want to put the connection in here. And then an error. Oh, this is cool. So we will use error here. Need to get out of this somehow, but no, we're using port. We are using that. I'm gonna skip that for now. We're not gonna use that here at all. We don't. That'll be used much later. Why don't we do this? Do. If not, let's rename it to success. Not success, G clear object, ampersand connection service, return false. Yep, so that point error should be set, we should be good. Alright, so we added that. That's going to listen on everything. And then we're going to call the socket service start. And then we should be connected. Well, we're not here yet, but yeah. We're able to listen successfully. So start the, or wherever we added listener successfully. So start the service. Service starts. Connection service. So there's a whole bunch more we need to do here, but what port is we're listening on here? Line 60. Oh, because it wants a G up. Alright, Mason, Devon, Pidgin 3. What was the Wii account? That's not this one. Shouldn't be. Oh, did the protocol not work? No. Looks like it's here. Or not. Oh, we're still seeing Bonjour. We shouldn't. Oh. Right. Okay. Hold on. This account is tied to the link local messaging account. Oh, we have to change it and then change it back. Okay, there we go. Save. Is that not working? That should work. Disable. Oh, this is all sorts of broke. Okay, that looks better. Oh, I wanted to check what the port was set to. Right, 5298. I don't know why we use 5298, but we do. I don't think there was mention of it in this in the ZEP, but let's go look. But, well, they're using 5562. Yeah, okay, yep. That's the whatever stuff. Yep, they just say at 5562. That's just what they're using here, but they don't give a recommendation. That's not mentioned here. What are we using? 5298? Is that what we're using Pidgin 2? Oh, I don't have a Bonjour account right now on Pidgin 2. Oh, I do. It's just not on. 5298 is what we use. Alright, whatever. Like, I don't have a problem with that. I just, it's weird. like, you know, like the ZEP says one thing and we're using another, but whatever. Alright, fine, whatever, who cares? Alright, so anyways, so 5298. So if I sudo net stat lemon ltp and type grep 5298. Oh. I didn't enable the count, did I? Oh, I guess I did. The account is enabled. So when I disable it, well, we crashed. Um, but now it's no longer in use. Okay, so is 52.99 being Pidgin 2? Oh. Where's my Bonjour account at? My Bonjour account is here. I just re-enabled it. Okay, so now this took 52.98. Okay. This is actually going to have to be something we tackle anyway, so let's do this. We're going to start up. We're going to get an error that the connection failed. Error binding to address already in use. Okay, yep, cool. We really don't care about the port per se. There might be a way to tell Glib that, or the GSocket server. Be like, hey, pick this, or automatically pick one in this area. Sometimes that's a thing. GSocket listener. So there's add any port. Maybe we should do this. To make this work, though, we would have to, like, let you set null as the port. I'm okay with that. Let's do that. But then it has to be a string. Alright, we're going to skip this for a minute. Add any port. So again, this doesn't matter to us. We don't care. We're just going to publish whatever port we have. However, people are going to want to have the ability to set the port, and that's okay. But that's something we're going to skip right now. Just because it'll be easier for us this way without it. And we need to determine exactly what account options are going to look like in the future. So I'm not super worried about skipping them right now because they need to change. All right, so our account is apparently connected. Right, so this time we got port 37575. Right, we don't really care because we're just going to take whatever we have and we're going to publish it into MDNS. That's fine. And there's no port associated with link local messaging, so whatever. Actually, let's verify that more specifically. Also, you see me looking at this Etsy services file. If you're not familiar, Etsy services lists every registered port and what's supposed to be running on it. Okay, maybe it's not everything, but yeah. Well, we didn't get a messaging. Do we get a bonjour? No. So, whatever. It's fine. Look on sugar-free streaming. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so now when we... Oh, no, it's just when we disconnect the account is when it went crappy and crashed. Disable, blink. Yep, we crashed. How did we segfault there? Can't even move the menu all the way, but alright. Line 83. I don't understand why this is dying. Connection's got to be null? You idiot. Yeah. That'll do it. Like, it shouldn't be null. It got passed in. Yeah, I never used the passed in value. That'll do it, yeah. Alright, so let's try this again. Bonjour is enabled. All right, so we'll verify that it's running. Right, so that's, you know, it's picking random ports, so that's fine. But if we disable this account, blink, we should not crash this time. And now the port's gone. Sweet. All right, step 1. Done. So what we can do is, with the port stuff is, let's leave it this way for now. Like, we can, when we do the add port or add iNet port, we can grab the error, verify it, and then try to increment the port or something. But yeah, what we should probably do going forward is have a Boolean to say use a specific port and then use whatever port they gave us. Otherwise, you know, we're just going to pick the random one and go from there. And that'll be a much better solution, in my opinion. Because then we're not going to have, like, if you're running 2 of them or if it crashes weird, something, whatever, blah, 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 you just won't have an issue. So, all right, that's the first step there. So, now, oh, it's supposed to be socket service, whatever. Listen for XMPP connections. I haven't quite figured out how we're going to do the rest of this yet, but this is okay. So the next step of this, obviously, all right, great, we're listening for connections, but nothing happens, right? What is active? Checks whether the service is active or not. An active service will accept new client. Okay, yeah, that we don't care. Yeah, so there's new start stop is active, and oh, you can create a threaded version. Ooh. With no listeners. Listeners must be added with one of the, yeah. We're not gonna do threads because this Pidgin Lib Purple's not thread safe, so that's just not gonna happen. But what we need is, so there's a signal here called incoming. It's emitting when a new incoming connection to service needs to be handled. The handler must initiate the handling of connection, but may not block it. In essence, asynchronous operations must be used. So this is fine. We just need to do this part. So we need to add static G Boolean purple bonjour connection incoming callback. Sure. G socket service star service. We're probably not going to use that directly, but we'll see. G socket connection. We're gonna name that socket connection. So we're gonna have 3 connections in this thing. G object star source object, and then G pointer U. Oh, that's for the signal. Yeah, we're not gonna need that. G can use the unused G pointer data. So we should be able to say purple bonjour connection star bonjour connection equals null for now, because like I said, there's gonna be a lot here. Bonjour connection equals purple bonjour connection source object. Although arguably Hmm. We could put the account as the source object, but we can get the account from the connection, but I don't know if that really buys us anything here. Yeah. Oh, all right. So the idea here, we have Wire's community mesh network here, based on the layer 2 mesh protocol, Batman ADV. Huh. I don't know anything about that protocol. So we have Bonjour / link local messaging in Pidgin 2. We're just trying to get it working for Pidgin 3. Because this works as a good building step for us, right? So we're the next version of Pidgin 3, Experimental 2, is due March 31st, or that's when I promised it. And I wanted to get another protocol working for it. And the idea was we're going to try to get XMPP. At least that's what people voted for. And by voted for, I mean we had a poll on our discourse. And where is it? It was like next. Oh, maybe it was under purple. Protocols to support. So we're trying to figure it out, and people said XMPP / Bonjour. I think most of them wanted XMPP, but the thing is, XMPP is a bit more complicated. There's a lot of work to do, blah blah blah. And a while ago, we started a new library for XMPP, but it's not exactly functional yet. So getting to XMPP is hard. Bonjour, however, should be attainable. Whether or not we're going to be able to do it in the 30 days we have left, I don't know. But it's a lot more feasible than XMPP. But so the goal is we're going to try to get it's like the XMP. The only stuff that Bonjour uses from XMPP is the message stanza. So as long as we can get that and the basics of the rest of XMPP in, that shouldn't be a big deal. We have to deal with the DNSSD stuff or the Bonjour stuff, whatever, or MDNS, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's got 80 billion names. But then we should be able to start proving out our XMPP library, which will then mean that XMPP itself is easier to implement, which is why we've decided to go with Bonjour. Plus, there's a lot of hype around Bonjour right now because people are looking at connectionless protocols and stuff. One of the problems with link local messaging or Bonjour is there's no encryption. And we'll have to see how we want to handle that. The ZEP for it says like you should do TLS and stuff, but like I don't know how we're gonna configure that or set it up. So we'll see, right? But yeah, no, there's I know a lot of people are doing a lot of stuff with mesh stuff. I have 2 Meshtastic nodes running here. And somebody actually wrote a Meshtastic protocol plugin for Pidgin, if you haven't seen it. Did that make it on the website? I think it did. Or it did not. He published it, didn't he? Might be Pidgin Meshtastic. Yeah. All right. I don't know why this didn't end up on the website yet. Let's fix that right now. Yeah, so you can look at all your nodes and everything and chat from Pidgin to Meshtastic. I thought there's some screenshots and stuff here, right? So there's your nodes. You can config them and everything too. He did a whole bunch of work on this. And I don't know why it didn't end up on the website. That's my bad. We haven't audited it. So this site isn't meant to. Our site here isn't meant to be like all encompassing and like an app store or nothing. It's literally just like, hey, here's an index of stuff. Okay. All of a sudden, I'm like, wait, I spelled it wrong. But yeah. Are the maintainer names supposed to be linked? I don't remember. No. Okay. How's it going, Robotic Head? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Those of you who don't know Robotic Head, he's another streamer here on Twitch. He works on a project management tool that he's been building called Near Beach. So yeah, you should go give him a follow. $38.61. Run Hugo server and verified the plugin showed up. That looks like. To add this a while ago, but somehow missed it. Okay, cool. That's done. Nice little yak shave there. Alright, so it's an incoming connection. What does the ZEP say for this directly? In order to exchange serverless messages, the initiator, and recipient must first establish XML streams between themselves, as is familiar from RFC 6120. First, the initiator opens a TCP connection at the IP address and port discovered via DNS lookup for an entity and opens an XML stream to the recipient, which should include to and from addresses. If the initiator supports stream features and the other stream aspects of XMPP 1.0 is defined to blah, then it should include the 1.0 version, blah, blah. The recipient then responds with a stream header as well. Okay, so we don't create a second stream. Interesting. Okay. I thought we were going to reach back out to them, but that doesn't appear that. I thought we're going to have the input stream we listen to is everything, and then we're going to connect to and make another stream, which would be a little ridiculous, but that's okay. If both the initiator and recipient include a version 1 tag, the recipient should also send a stream features as in RFC 6120, right? So like they're talking about doing start TLS, but like I don't know how the hell we're gonna do TLS with out like common certs and shit, but whatever. Um, results in results in unencrypted and unauthenticated channel between the two entities. See the security consideration section of the document. Blah blah. Blah. Once the streams are established, either entity can then consent XMPP message or we do IQs here too. Okay, by sending to and from. There's just no presence. I didn't realize that IQ was still here, but okay, that's fine. The IQs are a little bit more complicated, but we can just start with message too. We don't have to do that. With the Mew Mew Mew, huh? What's the Mew Mew Mew? Unless you're talking about the cat, and he's over here sleeping. And then okay, yeah. So this is fine. Like I said, I thought it was separate connections, but that's okay. That's totally fine. That does complicate things a little bit though. Fuck. All right, we'll have to figure that out, but that's okay. But this gives us a G-socket connection, which I believe is a GIO stream. Yes, IO stream is input and output stream. So awesome. Oh, Gary the Snail. Yes, yes. Sorry, I don't have kids, so I'm not super familiar with SpongeBob. I know SpongeBob. I've watched a fair amount of SpongeBob. I know who Gary the Snail is. It just is not something I think of automatically. One of my nieces was really big into SpongeBob. But, yeah. Been listening to Glorb? It's in the hook of one of his tracks? All right. So this is where this becomes fun. Zeem input stream .h. Man, we haven't touched Zeem since 2023, or at least we haven't updated the headers since then. Lovely. Why did we make this derivable? Oh, is that why we made it derivable? Oh no. Flip SpongeBob and crew and Bikini Bottom into gangster rap beef, and it's quite good. All right. That sounds ridiculous. All right. Oh crap, we are way further out than I thought we are. I thought we at least had basic stanza stuff in here. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Read bytes async. This is gonna go through. We try to parse the context from here. Oh boy. We are we're in a lot worse shape than I thought we were. Don't we have a test for this? Oh, we just have to start testing. Okay. Oh boy. There's all right. So Zeem needs a whole lot of loving. We're gonna skip this for now. How do we close this thing? G socket is a G object. How the hell do I kill this thing? No, it's GIO socket. I need G socket connection. Oh, yeah, this is an IO stream. Oh, so I do GIO stream close, right? Yeah. So we're just gonna accept your connection, then close it to get rid of it right away. And this isn't a great pull request, but it gets the basics of this going. And make sure I don't miss anything, and then we're gonna dig into Zeem and try to get Zeem cleaned up and go from there. Yeah, I guess we can do it that way. That's okay. Unsued. I'm like, what? Oh, right. It was cancelable, and what else? An error. G warning. Stream. Oh, yeah, I would. Wait. I might not have to close it. I might, if I return false, it might close it for me. Oh, to stop other handlers from being called. So we want to return true. Okay. Oh, but we still have to connect the signal. G signal connect object. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter which way we do this. Maybe we do want to put the account here. But we want to say connect object. This is going to be connection service. The signal is going to be incoming. G callback, incoming callback, comma, connection, comma, G connect default. What this is going to do is this is going to make sure the connection is around long enough for our connection handler to, if our connection handler gets called, it's going to ref the connection so that it'll stick around and we won't crash randomly because of it. So, but yeah, so we should be able to account manager enable. Right. Cool. Cool. We didn't crash. That's all happy. Okay. Oh, I was going to try to connect to it. NC, or whatever, just tailnet, localhost, 42. Yep, connection closed by foreign host. Cool. Cool. Nothing here, no errors, no nothing. Okay. All right. So, you know, small baby steps. It's okay. Did I commit anything here yet? I don't know that it did. It did, yeah. Don't actually handle the XMPP connections yet, as a Zine needs a bit of work before that can happen. That sucks. I was hoping we could get to that part today. And then just have mostly Zine stuff. But that's okay, right? It's not ideal. Well, why don't we see what else we can do here, right? Alright, so I don't remember how to use Zine at all, clearly. We are working on Pidgin Instant Messenger, the next major version. Specifically, we are working on the Bonjour or Link Local Messaging plugin right now. If you're not familiar with Pidgin, there's our website. We're super old. We've been around a long time. We were going to go doc.onfreedom.org, Zine. We need classes, input stream. What? Oh, right. So we create the input stream, and then we assign, then we call start on it with the other side. Oh, and we need the output stream right away too. All right. Oh, this is where this gets problematic. All right. Well, output equals Zine, output stream new. Does this take parameters? It's got to take parameters. Well, that's a problem. We don't necessarily know these. We have a start here. All right. I think we're stuck where we are with our commit here. And then we have to do a bunch of updates in Zine to make this work better. There's currently set up, so instead we'll just target service and close all incoming connections until we can wire them up to Zine appropriately. 3862. Created an account and used LTPN to verify that it was creating a server on a random port and that it was properly shut down when the account was disabled. Also used Telnet to connect to the port and verified that it was closed immediately. Yeah, there's a cyber is very different than looking at development stuff, but you know there's a lot of overlap too, especially when we're talking network protocols and security and all that fun stuff. All right, just careless. How about yourself? Right. All right, so now we need to jump into Zeem because Zeem is in way worse shape than I thought it was, which sucks, but it's expected. Okay, at least version looks alright. 276, that's fine. I've been trying to do this stuff though. Procrastinating studying for your OS exam? What kind of OS exam is it? How to build OSs or what? We should probably pull in newer version of Burb, and we want to update GI DocGen too. Learn a custom Unix build? Hell no. I run Debian Unstable with a dash of experimental. I don't have time to dick around and do all that crap. That's a thing for people that have time. I'm not one of them. Why is this way when this could be this way? Oh, well, that's definitely not what I meant. What version of Burb do we have released? I don't even know anymore. I think it's 0.2. But I don't know. 0.3.1 apparently. Okay. Sure, whatever. Oop. Um. Oh. How do we? I think we put this at the top. We put this before the sub projects, so that the sub projects that also include GI DocGen, they use the version we want, not the version that they want. Kind of OS concepts was coding Linux kernel modules, exams on like paging, TLB. What's TLB? That's interesting. That would have been a fun class for me 20 plus years ago, but what are you gonna do? Complain about it on Twitch. That's it, and YouTube. All right. So that's 24. Subprojects. Verb.wrap. Oh god, this is real old. We should be able to copy ... Pidgin, subproject, verb. Actually, I don't think we've updated this one yet. Oh, we did. Sweet. Cool. And same things for GeoDocGen. Sweet. Okay. Translation look-aside buffer? Since you're procrastinating, that's the only thing I can't tell me about. The only thing you can tell me about. Nice. Yeah, I'm not familiar with those either. It's probably something with ASLR or something. That would be my guess. Oh, we didn't check that. All right, good. Those are all named _dep. Yeah, security is definitely a concern. I've been doing this 20 plus years, man. Please don't insult me. So, Pidgin itself is a chat client. It's a universal chat client. What it does is it abstracts out all the different chat networks, and then you connect to those chat networks via Pidgin. It's more complicated than that, but that's the high level, right? The encryption we worry about, it depends on what the protocol is using, right? Like, I'm not designing a chat network here. I'm building a client that connects to multiple existing chat networks. The stuff we're doing right now, looking at the link local messaging stuff, that's all defined in ZEP 174. And this doesn't have any encryption. That's something we're probably gonna have to tackle, but this doesn't have any encryption. They say you should use TLS. They don't tell you how you should generate a certificate and do any trust between each other. So I'm not sure how we're gonna do that yet, right? But we have to make the protocol work first, and then we will put it in TLS later. But I'm not designing it. Like I'm implementing it, not designing it. T76, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, we have GIO and GO. Okay, yep. That all looks good. That's fine. I think the rest of this is good. There's nothing else too crazy here, which is good. Oh, is that the problem? I think that's the problem. We did the to and from as construct properties. Yeah, okay. I don't know what this file is about. We've seen this before too. Oh, if you're wondering about more security stuff for Pidgin, we do responsible disclosure about security, I think it is. All of our previous advisories, stuff like that, should be found. Or, yeah, whatever. Go to advisories, my bad. Like, shit happens. Every program has vulnerabilities. If somebody claims to have never had a vulnerability in their program, they're full of it. Do you guys have to change anything with the new laws in the UK? We don't have any of your data. The only data we have of you is if you sign up for an account on hub.imfreedom.org, we have your email address. And I don't give any shits about your email address. We make sure that they're validated email addresses so that we can try to avoid some spam, but that's it. Everything else is we're just a client. Right? We don't have any server stuff. We don't have any information about you. The program doesn't phone home. We don't know shit. Like, the best way to not have to deal with GDPR or anything is to just not have any data. It's just not our problem. $38.63. Hold in the bills. Oh, yeah, that used to be Rap HG. Now it's Rap File. It's fine. Yes, Pidgin is open. So, like, you can ask a million questions or you can go to the website. Please, go to the website. Pidgin is 26 years old. It's open source. It's one of the oldest open source end user focused applications. It's in your Linux distros. It's in your BSDs. It's in Homebrew. It's in all of the Windows app stores except the official Microsoft one because we haven't put it there. It's there, and I gave you the site before. Yeah, like. Or here, right here's a better one too. There's even a Wikipedia page. They don't have to deal with the British. No one ever expects the British. No. I tried it. That did not land right. The British Inquisition, the GDPR Inquisition. There we go. That's the new skit. Need the Monty Python guys to go and do. Nobody expected the GDPR Inquisition. Or maybe it's the EU Inquisition. I'm streaming this development to show how it goes, but I'm not here to answer everybody's questions that are easily answered by a website. You're expecting me to give you all of my time to describe a program that's been around for 26 years because you can't be asked to read a web page. So yeah, I'm going to push back on that. So if you want to leave and you think I'm in not engaging with you, I'm sorry you read it that way, but you're already asking me to do things. I'm not here trying to sell the program. So, like, use it if you want, use it or not. I don't give a shit. But you're going to ask me a billion questions that you can answer by looking at a web page. Please go do that while I'm actually trying to develop the program. You have to deal with GDPR soon? Oh, that sucks. Americans fought a war like 250 years ago, so we don't have to care about what the British thing just saying. I mean, maybe. Also, if you guys are wondering what that other side conversation is, it's on YouTube. And someone's being a baby. So. Oh no, streamer hurt my feelings because I couldn't read something. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to ask me if I riced my own Unix distro. Sorry, we're not supposed to use the term rice because it's, yeah. Like, I created my own Unix distro because I have time for that. Alright. So, output stream is weird and funky. We specifically... So, we pass in the to and from because these are going to be construct only. I'm assuming. Oh, are they construct only on the stream? I forgot they were on the stream. They are not construct only. So that doesn't matter. Before my next YouTube chat is, what's your VS Code theme? Yeah. Why doesn't everyone use Linux from scratch? Yeah, I know. Come on, bro. I thought everyone used Arch Linux and rolled their own and did a Gen 2 stage 0. Yep. Nope, I just boot Kali Linux, and that's what I run all the time. Because I am elite hacksaws. You merge world every morning? That's not frequent enough, SWK. You should be emerging at least 3 times a day. Every time you go poop, you should go run emerge world. They say you're supposed to poop 3 times a day or something, right? I don't know who does, but yeah. Alright, so... output stream does not... let's look at output stream new. We might have actually been able to go ahead with this. We call that with that. Yeah, need to use DSL with Fedora Core mixed in. Oh, wait. How's it going, Jason? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? It's been a while. Hey, Swills. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Those of you who don't know Swills, he also sometimes, occasionally, streams here on Twitch. He works on a orchestration tool for OpenBSD's Beehive called Sereno. So you should go give him a follow. And sometimes he plays Cyberpunk too. But yeah. Your machine's been up 167 days? Jeez. That's too long. For those of you that don't, I say OpenBSD? My bad. I'm sorry. I got too many weird BSD things lately. And just weird because they're not normal for me. Not that they are weird or, whatever. Just, it's out of my normal comfort zone. So, but so those of you that are wondering what Jason's referring to, there's Shrirer Ja. So we worked at a company where we had this automated test system that that a few people cobbled together, and their Linux distro, it worked by pixie booting a live Linux distro, and that live Linux distro started as DSL, damn small Linux, and they just hacked it together and kept working on it and blah blah blah. But like they never like tried to rebuild or update DSL or anything. So what they started doing was just manually loading in libraries from Fedora Core 3. And as you might imagine, eventually got to the point where it became totally and utterly unmaintainable. So I left that company in 2014. And I believe they are still using that system. Keep in mind, in 2012, they gave me the go-ahead to build a new one. And I did. And it worked. But then the CIO canceled the project. So that's why I left in 2014 after he canceled my project and killed it. And to the best of my knowledge, and Jason can confirm, it's using TinyCore now. Yeah, but it's still the same nonsense that requires did they ever fix the subversion problem? So because of all the libraries and everything that was in there, back then the version control tool of choice was Subversion. But like we couldn't even update Subversion. So like Subversion changed from a Berkeley DB backend to a file system backend, and like when you created a repository, because you had to do that by hand, of course, you had to manually specify the the pre 1.4 bullshit, blah blah blah. Freaking nightmare after nightmare. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like I said, and I rewrote it. I built an entirely new version from scratch, and it got killed. And then they never picked it up. To be fair, Jason tried at one point, but I did it the proper way, which means it was complicated. Right, so like there was a separate repository for the Linux distro. There was a separate repository for the automated test because you don't want all the tests everywhere. There's separate. So the way it worked was it was a big Python application that was actually a website or a web server, and then you interacted with it with REST calls and stuff like that, and you could start a test in the background, or that would start a test in the background, and you could only run one test at a time, stuff like that. But it got complicated. It was hard to follow because of that. But yeah, it's about yeah, it is about 20 years old. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing, all the tests and everything are written in Perl. Yeah, well, Squills, Tinkerbell didn't exist in 2006 when I started at that company. So, to be fair, I got brought in to support that system on the production floor because, people knowing Linux in 2006 were few and far in between. So, yeah, it is what it is. All right, so why, like, is this just a helper? I don't understand why we did this way. And now there is a cat in the way. Hi, Minister. Did they learn it as they were putting it together? I don't know. They might have been, but like they were trying to like do things like oop, but like they didn't use the oop stuff in Perl. Are you saying, was it L or W? Was it Luigi or Wario? Okay. All right, yeah. L never told me that he and R, I don't know if you ever met R, were so L and R were the ones that actually built it originally. Um and R was the one that actually interviewed me for the job and everything. And he later told me, I'm not surprised. But he told, one of the questions he asked me in the interview process was, in X Windows, how do you change the resolution? And I followed that up with, is this Xorg or X386? And he later told me that it was at that point that he knew they should hire me. Like, yes, because it's different between the two. Which one are we talking about here? Also, we're using pseudonyms because obviously we don't know if they're here. We don't want to necessarily talk bad about them, or maybe we do. I don't know. But either way, we don't want to do that publicly. So, yeah, control backspace. That's definitely how you change the resolution. The resolution will generally change when you hit that. That was 2006 SWK. So 19 years ago. Xorg was not a thing yet. I remember the Xorg fork though. Initial, yeah. So initial release 2004. Because I was already working on Pidgin at this point. But yeah. This amount of time, even if they can't take a joke. Yeah. Well, I don't think it's a joke. They yeah. Metro X? What the hell is Metro X? Is that X11 on buses? Hey. Yeah, that was not funny. So I clearly built this in a way that was similar to, or just specifically for like the server side stuff. But like start should have the cancelization or the cancelable. You give it the stream. Why does this need the input? Oh, I'm in Z input stream. My bad. Right, and that's a G input stream. I want the output stream. Yeah, why don't you just give me the cancelable here? Because that's how this one works, right? This one has the cancelable. No, when the fuck do we get the cancelable? Metro X is as in what was called Metro Link. There's no Metro on this page. I need you to be more clear. Or is that a BSD thing, maybe? An X11 R5 based commercial X server for Metrolink Incorporated satisfies all these needs. 1995? What are you talking about, Swells? If it's not this, what are you talking about? Replaces your current X386 server while fitting in nicely with the rest of the X386 distribution, whether it's X3 2. Well, I guess I was running 3 still, yeah. X11 R5 based server on any X11 R6 system with no problem. Jesus. That accelerated actually, yeah. Wow, SWK. That's a bit rude. Although I wouldn't have been that far behind that. So I started tinkering with desktop Linux stuff in like 01. So that was only 6 years later, but yeah. Use that shit back then on SCO? Oof. Brutal. Oh, the cancelable is on. Okay, yeah. What the fuck? So we could pass the cancelable here, but we don't. What the fuck? All right, let's simplify this entirely. Okay. That fixes our initial problem here. Yeah. Love funny games to coding and business basic on a SCO Xenix, yeah. Alright, that should fix it. Oh, we're gonna have breakage elsewhere in the test, right? Oh, yeah, the header file, maybe. Oh. We'll do the header files updates here in a minute. So all those properties are settable via theme stream.h. They should be. Set ID, set to, set from, set language, set version. Is cancelable? We could put the, well, the input doesn't do that, so. All right, well, we'll tackle that later. I'm not too worried about the cancelable. Accelerated X guys seem to still be in business, really. I mean, everything is dropping X, so we'll see. Maybe they're gonna do accelerated X Wayland, or Wayland accelerated X. Wayland X Accelerated. No, that's too hard to say. Like it's from the 90s as well. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few of those ones out there yet. Never ceases to amaze me when I find them. 94 in connection. In connection. Let's see, 94. All right, so yeah, so this will be a little bit annoying. Well, do we want to allow you to set the cancelable? Yeah, why don't we put the cancelable in here too? But then we're going to say zine stream set to stream output comma connection domain zine stream set from zine stream connection. Nope. Connection jig. Alright. But we will make this take cancelable, so yeah. Their main remaining customers gov, targeted air traffic control, and other mission critical systems with special requirements. Yeah, do that. Hey, if they're getting paid for it, right? Who gives a shit? Output stream. New G cancellables are cancelable. Okay. What happens if we don't have the cancelable? I guess we just don't set it. Read write construct only. Okay, sure, whatever. That's fine for now. Output stream.h. Oh boy. Yep, all the tests. Joy, test input stream. I keep wanting to do the license header, so I'm like, we're gonna do this separately. Yeah, I already opened the first pull request for the Mason stuff. Okay, yeah, that's fine. What line we got here? We are on 88. Output stream equals new. No. Set to. That is that. There's a fucking typo in here. We could maybe do a constructor with both, but I don't like. It doesn't seem worth it. I don't know. We'll see. True story. You had to run into the tax office to get tags because you forgot to do it online before they expired. They're using the OS 400 for tags in your state? What are tax tags? And OS 400 rings a bell, but I can't place why. For some reason, I'm like mixing like OS2 Warp with like AS 400, and that's clearly not it. Okay, it is an AS 400. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha. That makes sense. Huh. I mean, that's not surprising. There's still a lot of places around here that have mainframes and shit. And, you know. The preceded Z series. It was developed in Rochester, Minnesota. Huh. Interesting. How's it going, Floombort? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Yeah, our tags you just get at the DMV. If you get them there, yeah. Database all the way down to microcode. Interesting. By interesting, I mean, ooh. Oh, this is just supposed to be Zeme Stream. Does this fit now? Yes. Basically DB2. All files are queryable? Weird. Oh, you worked there even? Okay. Oh, there's no null here. That was from the cancelable from before. Alright, to the output stream. Never have to type vari on or vari off ever again as a command. It'll be too soon. Huh. So, of course, now I want to put that in as Easter egg commands in Pidgin. What should those do in Pidgin? Westfront commands were very, very verbose. Whereas Unix are very, very, what's the right word? I was going to say opaque, but that's not it. Truncated? I mean, I still will never understand /USR. And a doc to the command he's no, you don't need to. Terse, yes, there we go. Thank you. That's how you started and stopped queries on the 400? Oh, we're going to test output stream. And this is going to have a ton of these. Yep. Zeme stream set to Zeme stream. Apologies, you meant I series, not Z series. Z series is VM, CMS. Okay, yeah, like don't worry about it. I'm not gonna fact check you. I don't care. No query. Oh, queues. Like gotcha. Password msys immediate. What? Pwned system immediate. Is that the command all the kids are using nowadays? Yeah, I just typed pwned and I logged me in. Power down system. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I would suppose in that time frame, pwned wouldn't have been a thing. Oh, this is RPG? Oh, okay, yeah. So one of the problems I ran into in the Milwaukee area when I was a young, arrogant shithead was everybody wanted AS400 and RPG programmers. All right, and this is in the days when like there was no LinkedIn, there was no Indeed. I don't even think there was a fucking jobs.com yet. So like you would look for jobs in the newspaper. And yeah, it fucking sucked. It's OS shell script. Well, the thing says RPG at the top. RPGPGM.com from AS400 to IBM I. All right, well, whatever. You know, we could make an emulator in Pidgin where you could have terminals and stuff. Actually, I think somebody did that at one point. Wasn't there like a terminal emulator plugin or something? I mean, there's a fucking Docker plugin, right? Yeah. Open the virtual terminal in your PC controlled by buddies via IM, which sounds fucking horrible. Is this going to be stream safe? I don't know. No. This is dead. It's a dead link. I mean, it's not that's not stream safe, but it's a dead link. Where the fuck was I? Oh. Okay. So that's the only link we have for this, and it's dead, but we don't have it marked as dead, which is interesting. But yeah, if you all haven't seen it, there's a Docker protocol plugin. And it does what you think it would do. Oh, I thought he had screenshots. So anyways, in your buddy list, oh yeah, there it is, right? So you just get a group called containers, and then you get each container, and then yep. And so their user echo hi. PS, there's a PS command. Will be useful to stream Kate's events, but you probably just send those to wherever chat server and read them in Pidgin. I mean, you could just make Pidgin a Kate's client too, but oh no, that is the camera. The camera has green tape on it, which is why it looks fuzzy. But the problem is it's not close enough to the green screen green, so it doesn't actually chroma key out. Obviously, I've tried to fix this before. But yeah, honestly, what I would have rather have seen them do just talk the HTTP interface for this, but they wrote their own fucking Go bindings for Flip Purple, and yeah, and it's like just talk the HTTP interface, man. It'll be fine, fine. I wonder if there's room in here for like a Zeem stream set properties. That'll just let you set all these at once. We're gonna do this the hard way here for now. But I'm wondering if that would make sense. Set from Zeem stream bar. The one cool thing about AS400 was the microcode layer. It was elaborate. Virtual machine instructions like seek to this key in the file. So when they went from their own processors to PowerPC, all they had to do was recompile. Weird. Okay. Next, someone's going to use IRC for the chat in a large-scale social media streaming website. I mean, here's the, so anybody that thinks IRC is a dead protocol, I'm going to be a little rude here, is a fucking idiot. IRC is not going anywhere for one reason alone. Command and control. So many botnets run via IRC that it's not even funny. It's just, that's just the way it is. Like anytime you hear about a DOS, some site getting DOSed or whatever, 9 times out of 10, that DOS was coordinated over the IRC protocol. Just that's just the way it is. And I don't know that IRC, I'd say IRC is a great protocol. It's a good, interesting protocol. But I don't know that I would say it's great. The IRC v3 stuff is coming a long way. In bridging some gaps on what people are expecting, but it's still weird. Like, they still haven't come up with a spec for multi-line messages or how to handle that decently. There's a couple drafts for it, but nothing's been, like, figured out right for it. Clients haven't implemented it, shit like that. So, like, there's a lot of room for improvement and stuff yet. But, like, Pidgin 3 is now one of the few IRC clients that sends typing notifications, because IRC is typing notifications now, whether you knew that or not. You were a cross between Zoom and Poker Room software for conference calling about 20 years ago. Web client using a modified IRCD for CNC. Nice. Yeah. I'm going to guess it was Hybrid. I got to meet the author of Hybrid a long time ago. So that company we were talking about that I worked with Jason at before, one of our customers, they built network appliances and everything was connected via serial and stuff, and they had all their own implementation for imaging their machines and stuff like that. So one of their developers would come out and help us get stuff updated and stuff, and that guy happened to be John Lusky, who was the author of Hybrid. Or the Hybrid IRCD. I don't remember how to spell his name. I don't know that he's going to be here. Where's copyright or something? I don't have an authors or a copyright file, of course. But yeah, so it was funny. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like 24 or something, having worked on Pidgin, and by sheer luck, I get to meet one of the authors of an IRC daemon that Pidgin can connect to. And it's like, what? Maybe they have a history page on here. Changes, download, history. Yep, there you go. John Lusky. Boop. So, here's a code train. There's a little cooperation tenor. John Lusky spawned his own project based on, yeah, so he created Hybrid. I think that's the story, but yeah. But this is like 10 years after he created it, right? Because, well, no, it wasn't even 2007. Oh, it would have been 2006, 2007. Yeah. So, I'm sure he doesn't work on it anymore, and I would be very surprised if he remembers me, because it's been 20 years. But, yeah. I was just weird, overzealous, mid-20 kid. But, you know, whatever, it happens. We didn't actually, yeah, no, that's fine. We need to fix that in the other Mason thing. Okay, yep. Output stream clean up. Don't require to and from in zoom.output stream.media. Is problematic for local messaging since Zoom requires you to create the output stream, requires an output stream to create an input stream, and we don't know those fields in fields for new incoming link local message streams. Let's see. Yeah, chat's still working. Just everybody stop talking. It happens. Welcome to my Twitch chat. People just boop, walk away all the time. Oh yeah, see, Swill's still here. Yeah. Actually, up until, yeah, they're just going to lurk mode where I fall asleep, you know, whatever. Actually, if I'm being honest, SWK, since you've joined, my chat numbers are up. Since you've started hanging out here. Not gonna lie. Not to shame anybody else, but you talk more and you drive more conversation than I do. Because what ends up happening is so many people get worried about distracting me and slowing me down from what I'm working on that they don't talk. So then Twitch chat is just nothing but the Pretzel Rocks line and stuff like that. But like, since SWK has been here and has been talking, that's generating other people to talk, and it's cool. You get pulled in the calls all the time? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so do I, Robotica. My jokes are absolutely horrible. You can't reconnect to Twitch? You have the spinning circle? Oh, geez. So you weren't even able to hear anything I just said, were you? Maybe US East 1 is down. No. Now, if US East 1 is down, I'm sure I'd hear about it. But SWK, other people are able to talk in Twitch chat right now. He had to move to YouTube. A streamer's working with just dropped. Okay. Jeez. All right, now he's back. Yes, late start. How's it going, Dan? Welcome. How you doing? All right, we need to update this one though. 3863, not 8. No. Where am I? That's 8. We're gonna go back to 5. We can do Twitch chat, but the stream video dropped. Somebody set us up the bomb. Because all your Twitch streams belong to us. They have been pwned. HG up, Mason cleanups. Shit. Yeah, I did that. Erase minus D default. Keep a branch arenas minus S. This guy. Well, I don't know how you do that in Git, but look what I just did in one easy line on Mercurial, and I didn't have to know any weird fancy symbols. I love Twitch. Yeah, it happens. I think it was hybrid. The voice bridge was modified asterisk, and the web client was homegrown and flat. Oh, for your poker thing. Gotcha. Nice. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to getting to the voice and video stuff whenever we get there. It's going to be a while, but it's going to be some fun stuff. I am in the wrong project somehow? Oh, we don't have a chain. Okay, hold on. 0.1.0. Bet the first. Stat OBT post minus R 3863. Oh, I'll be very happy when we get Discord moved to Pidgin as well. Oh, also, so those of you that are used to hearing my phone bleeping all the time while I'm streaming, I finally decided to turn off Mastodon notifications. And then I slept really well last night. Go figure. I'm like, oh. Because I turn on notifications for a bunch of stuff so I can see them and they'll pop up. But yeah, my phone has been so much quieter. I'm sure I'm saving battery life too without it getting updated all the time. All your notifications turn off at 12 o'clock. Yeah, I need to learn how to do that or something, but whatever. Let's not shut the fuck up at 10. You think we can get text to support a NSFW like language or country, right? So like, could I set my language to like lang equals ENUS dot UTF-8 at NSFW, and then like instead of do not disturb, we could have it translate and say shut the fuck up. Or am I just going way too far? You would use that? Yeah. Like, and it'd fall back to your normal locale, right? If you got that, right? It'd do all the normal fallback stuff. Because there are @ signs in locales, right? I'm pretty sure there are. Yeah. SR at Latin.gmo. Yeah. CA at Valencia. I'm not sure how this is different than just doing like the underscore with the country name. But yeah. Like, can we get an at NSFW? That would be amazing. All right. Let's fix all these damn header files or header stuffs. Zima is so much code for something that doesn't work yet. We're calling it lesser public license, but we're probably using the library public license. We need to fix this. Where is... We don't have a copying file? We just did some traversity. Copying to dot dot. Instead of auto reconnection, we just fucking stay connected already. Yeah. Like, you could also have other stuff like ENUS UTF-8 at pirate, right? I think that would be a lot of fun if that was possible. What do we have in the Mason file for license? We say LGPL 2.1 or later. Okay. LGPL 3 is where they change it from library to lesser. So we need to fix that part too, but that's okay. But yeah, so do you think get text will go for that at all? Actually, yeah. Or, I don't know, let's see. Get text. Is this on Savannah? I'm sure it is. Can't believe Savannah's still around, honestly. Shit. Get text 0.24 was released 2 days ago. Oh yeah, these are up to date too. Can I search? I don't know what you call them. Get text, language codes. The ISO 639. This. Nothing matching index or @ sign here. Editing profiles, existing profiles, creating new invoking message in it, filling info header. Making the pot file. Library source, program source. Get text at Latin. Like, I don't even know what to call this thing. Locale names. Locale name usually has the form LL_CC here. LL is blah, blah. Germany. Some locale names use the LLCC variant instead of LLCC. The at variant can denote any kind of characteristic that is not already implied by the language. LL and country code CC. It can denote a particular monetary unit. For example, on glib systems, DEDE Euro denotes that the locale uses the Euro currency in contrast to the older locale DEDE, which implies the use of currency before 2002. It also denotes dialect of the language or the script used to write text. For example, SR, whatever, Latin uses Latin script, whereas SR uses Cyrillic script to write Serbian. Or the orthography rules are similar. On systems, some variations of the scheme are used, such as LL. You can get a list of these. Locale, pipe to grab LL. There are two special locales, locale C and C.UTF-8. Okay, wait. So this says... Well, fuck. Locale not supported by C library. Using fallback C locale. Lame. But is that because I don't have a locale for it? Or because it's just giving up and doesn't want to use it? Well, so yes and no. Because some of the stuff will only verify it via according to the RFCs and stuff. Which is what I'm trying to verify, right? So I don't really want to do this. Oh, it's going to be Pidgin update po. Pidgin 3 update po. Okay. Okay, so it still complains. But hold on. I was going, please choose a name. O/ENUS. Actually, no. I need to find something. Right. Yeah, that's an auto accept, whatever. Where, like, I need just like the. That's the idle plugin. Is GTK menus in here? All right, so an account manager, whatever, something in the main menu. Oh, fuck, where is that? Hold on. Okay. I don't know if that's gonna do the PO file. Oh no, that's a fuck. How do I set the the path for locale files for GMOs. Oh, it's still not going to be right. Right. Oh, actually, maybe it did. It is right. Hold on. Does this fucking work? Oh, because oh yeah. So the other problem is I don't have this set up in locale gen in locales. Where the hell does that go? Does anybody know where that is? So like this. I don't know where that gets generated. No, that should be. Okay, so we have purple locale directory. Do I just set locale directory? No, because I'm not getting any Hebrew yet. Not that I know that any of this should be in Hebrew. But this is still complaining about the C library. Doesn't know about it, right? What disk boot strings? What are you talking about? Please choose a name. It's not local. Var locale. Where the fuck is this? Is that what it is? I do have Hebrew in here though. One of the files is the same corresponding Firefox window. Single line contains two fields. Note the files used contain acceptable. I don't think it's that, but locale.conf might be it. No, that's just the default, I guess. Yeah, this is Debian. No, I don't want to update locales because I don't want to generate the whole thing and all that crap. Like I guess we can strace. Ugh. What? Why did that work? Oh, that'd be a good reason. Okay. User lib locale archive. So yeah, the problem is it's not looking at my dev end, which we want to fix this anyways, right? We should be able to. A translator should be able to test their translations without installing from the dev end. So we should do that and fix that. Did Wabs work on Pidgin? I think so. That name's familiar. I guess not. Why is that name so familiar? Um, you're pretty sure 1,000,000 years ago? Like, the name's familiar, but if it was like 20 years ago, yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time remembering. There you go. Richard Nelson. I'm guessing that's the real name. I think they were in X and PP all the time. I don't know why they never made it to the copyright file. That's annoying. Oh, actually, let me just do this. So his last commit was in 2009. All right, why don't we do this one? I don't know. Oh, it's building the graph because I told it to, but whatever. I don't remember a Grajog, or however you're supposed to say that, but it's very possible they had a different name or something there. I don't know. Do you know them, or how do you randomly know this? Why is he? Oh, okay. Just... Oh. Looks like he did a bunch of stuff with Finch. Which is not surprising, but I never did much with Finch myself. From IRC. Just random IRC or Pidgin IRC? I'm guessing random some other IRC. Yeah, so he had 150 commits. About. What was the other one name? He said... Them, apparently not. Assuming I spelled it right. A-G-R-A-G-J-A-G. Yeah. So, apparently not. Get text, locale, location, environment, variable. Windows only, something, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Locale, environment, variables, languages. Lang. LC messages, no. Locale, language, LC all. Meant to over. These are meant to override the lang and affecting a single locale category only. For example, if you assume Swedish and Spanish, but I don't care. How do I tell you where to look for stupid locales? Maybe like localdir or something? I don't know. I guess we can just cheat and grab the get text source code. Because that sounds like fun. How do I clone you? Let's get web. Does this work? No. I don't know how to clone from these things. Download area? If I'm going to do that, I might as well just pull it from Debian. Does anybody know how to clone a repository from Savannah? Right there. Apparently I've done this before. For some reason. A long time ago. Oh, not too long. October 31st, 2023. I don't know what the hell I was doing 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, but whatever. Runtime or GNU lib. Okay. What the fuck is this? We are so totally fucking off track right now. Let's look for something like LC monetary, which should be rare. Oh, set locale. What file is that? None of this is checking the environment, though. Category to name. Is it just get env? I don't even remember what the hell the damn function is. Get an environment variable. Okay, looks like it's get env. Text domain directory, maybe? Oh, is it dir or di or dir? Dir. If the text domain parameter is not given, the domain is determined from the environment variable text domain. If the message catalog is not found in the regular directory, another location can be specified with the environment variable text domain directory. When used with the -s option, the program behaves like the echo command, but it does not simply. Okay, so maybe. We're still not in Hebrew anywhere. Po or yeah, not P. What did we search for before? It wasn't get text. Oh, it was locale. That's what we're looking. Still looked in user to local lib. I feel like we tried to do this before, and we failed. Maybe this only works on the gettext program. I can see everybody so enthralled with this. TCL dir. C shit. This is all garbage. Don't care. Why don't we do this? Why don't we go to what was it? It's get text runtime international. GNU locale directory. Let's try that. Why don't we just do this? That's too much. Okay. Yep. It's not hitting it. That's okay. Oh, it's OS2 compatibility. Yeah, is there no way to do this? It really seems like there's no way to do this. Yeah. All right. Well, whatever. We can try that later. It looks like it might work for you to be able to make your own BS locales, but we're not doing it. All right, we spent a fair amount of time dicking around with that. It's fine. Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't get to mute. Shit, it's quarter one. All right. Okay. Um. Oh, we were fixing this stuff. Did we update this to have the copy? Yeah, the copying file. We did not. We got sidetracked in the middle at 3863. Add a copying file. Okay. Now we can come back here. And then we can update all the license headers. By all, I mean all of them. This library is free software, blah, 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 under the GNU library. General public license, if not, see. Wait, does that actually fit? I think that does fit. Technically, no. We should put the blurb in here too. Blurb something.c. Nope. We don't have an author's file here yet. Log minus T author slash N. That's right. Nope. Capital T. Pipe to sort, pipe to unique. Okay, just me and QLogic. Oh, sweet, it's already there. Okay, good. I thought I was gonna have to go build the file. But I don't have to, because we did that part, but we didn't add the copying file. For whatever reason. There, let's do one at a time. So we wrote a tool to make sure this is right everywhere, and we should really, really, really put it into Burb, because it's not in Burb right now, and that's part of the problem. It's in Pidgin, so like our libraries can't use it. And yeah, I know, technically we didn't do any changes for the copyright for 2025, so it's not updated on this particular code. We're gonna get there. And even then, that whole thing gets weird. It's okay. How's it going, Rich Codes? Welcome. How you doing? Yeah, the tool doesn't actually do this part, but it tells you which ones are wrong. And then you can go fix them. I think that was all the files, but earlier Sublime Text gutter stuff worked over here, but whatever. Not the end of the world. We can just preview all of them. Or not. Because it's gonna... I thought I could use arrow keys, but I can't. But we can do the preview anyway, so we don't have to actually open all of them again. Okay. That's the main source files. Now we have to go through all the tests too. Test extension. Okay, I think that's it for source files. Looks okay. We'll get to this in a second. Is there no copyright in here? Put GIO there, but not in the dependencies. It's a mistake, but that's fine. Okay. How many 100 files you got to change it in? I mean, this is every file for the project. Or for this library. So, that's how many. Apparently, that many. 30 or so. Is there no Zine core.c? I mean, yeah, I guess not. Okay. This is just the air domain? Yeah. Well, that should be changed and cleaned up. That's okay. License headers. JT license headers. Come on. 3865. Testing done. Hold in the terminals. Publish. Right over here. Default. Go to the toml file. It's G. Yeah, it's GI like that. I think this was missing until I did that. Let's verify that. Nope. No, so it had it here? What? Like, I don't understand what needs to be set and what doesn't need to be set for this, but whatever. Oh, because the dependency was listed here. Yeah, so like, is this even necessary? we not set that up this way? That's silly. No, it has to be set up this way. Oh, it's docks? Is that from? No, I tried dock. Oh, no work to do. My bad. Yeah, so that line doesn't seem necessary. Whatever. We're just going to leave it as is. This stuff becomes a problem later, then we deal with it, right? No reason to putz around with it right now. Alright. So... the tricky part we have now... so we worked... Well... Yeah, let's go back and look at this for a second. Oh, we were going to look at that function. So would it make sense to have a Zeem stream set props? So we have all these little parameters, to, from, language, whatever. This is all defined in 6128 and in 070, whatever, this one too, right? So you got to, from, version. I guess it's just to, from, it, version. For here. Wait, no, they mentioned language at some point. Or not. Oh, it's just lang, isn't it? Nope. What the fuck? Yeah. Still not sure how they want you to do TLS when nobody can trust the certs. Well, there's no cert trust. Oh, I guess you could present the cert and all that. I don't really want to do any of that, though. Oh, cool. 3863. Excuse me. Or at least this is new enough for that. Do. 863. Oh, we're less than 20 review requests away from the next fish trophy. Build system and wrap files. Mason cleanup, princess default. Alright. Okay, yep. For Pidgin nest. One. NPM run Hugo. Oh, I didn't make a branch. Whoops. Whatever, that's fine. Oh, yep. Okie doke. Ugh. So, where does it put us now? So, I think we can technically do this if we just set the stuff as null for now. But the issue why I want to kind of stop with the LLM stuff for now and let the first pull request go through is um oh, I guess that would be okay. Uh, so this is a good question, which I don't think they mentioned. But that's all right. Um, if you get a connection from somebody that you haven't seen before, you have to go look all of it up right away. How the fuck do we do that in Pidgin 2? So let's look at jabber.c. There is a... I'm not too worried about that at the moment. Although we need to figure out which way we're gonna do this. I think we can avoid most of this, but then we have to have the connection keep track of everything, which is not a big deal, but you know. Where does the connection start? Then stream init. This is still the same thing. Except IQ new. Send stream. What is this called again? On your jabber start. There we go. Okay. God, look at all this shitty network code we don't have to deal with anymore. We had an input and server socket handler. Is that the right thing though? Okay, it just looks like it's a server socket handler. Okay, there's the accept. Failed to accept to get out of here. We set common flags to make shit non-blocking. This is all like this stuff. We're already done with all this, right? We don't have to do any of this shit because GSocket and GSocket server does all of it for us. Which when people are like, "Why are you rewriting all the protocols?" It's like because of this. Like, look at this nonsense. Like this should have been abstracted forever ago, and it wasn't. And now it's just a nightmare trying to keep up with it. Everybody is open the conversation and fill in information. And we log that we received an incoming connection from them. Okay. I don't know what MBBA stands for. Oh, match buddies by address. So then we look for a buddy, calling that function with that data. If we didn't find it. So if, oh, interesting. Okay. So if we haven't found them via MDNS, we drop them. what does the spec say about that? I don't think it does. Oh, I wanted to look at this. We're not gonna look at it. Oh, maybe we'll skim it, but yeah. There's nothing intrinsic to the protocol that limits its use to peers on the same link. It also works between any two peers that can discover each other via any profile of DNSSD, whether local or wide area. Naturally, DNS records used in wide area DNSSD will not contain the .local domain, since the records are not intended for use over local. Okay, yeah. Alright. Port used for serverless messaging may be an unassigned port number as determined by the messaging application on the device. The chosen port must be specified in the SRV record in applications and must use the port specified in the SRV record. However, the chosen port should also be specified in port P2PJ text record for backwards compatibility with older implementations. And if included, the port specified in the text record must be the same as port specified. Yeah, that's fine. They don't have a common port. And I was looking for that before, so I was like, maybe that's mentioned here. Possible to discover the same entity multiple times, even if client discovers the same presence on multiple network interfaces. It must show only one entity in the server list roster. In addition, because local IP addresses can be dynamically reassigned, the client should not store the IP address to be used for communication when it discovers that address in the initial DNS lookup phase. Instead, it should delay sending the multicast DNS query to the client. Okay, whatever. In order to discover the users, the client sends an MDMS request. I said DMS. MDNS request for pointer records that match. Blah. The client then receives replies from all machines that advertise support. Blah blah blah. The client may then find out detailed information about each machine by sending SRV and TXT queries to user at blah for each machine. However, to preserve bandwidth, the client should not send these queries unless it is about to initiate communication with the other user. And it must cancel queries after it has received a response. Okay. And there's no mention about what to do here. Okay, but that makes sense, right? So like if we can't find the user, we just get rid of them. But for right now, we're going to skip that part because we don't have that part implemented. So that is what it is. But how did they look this up? Match buddies by address, which is, they say you're not supposed to do. So the buddy is the value, the bonjour buddy is the date. No. We have that data, the match buddy by address. We get the protocol buddy out of there. We're probably gonna have to use tags for this, which is fine. But we'll see. But so this goes through the bonjour buddy. And then checks if the address matches and then just returns it. And the bonjour buddy, not to be confused with the bonsai buddy. Bonjour data. It was. Yeah, it was bonjour buddy. Oh, I guess jabber.h maybe? Oh, there it is, buddy.h. Yeah, this is a bit much. But that's okay. So right now we don't have a way for you to associate random information with a contact outside of tags, and that, for all intents and purposes, is fine. I don't see that as a problem. But all right, we're gonna keep going for a little bit. I gotta go get water and go pee, so I will be right back. All right. Oh, fuck. Now an ad starting. Sorry, I didn't notice. I normally try to time my breaks with ads, but I had a breaking point and I've had to pee for a while. I was like, I'm going. You can't stop me. Peanut butter chocolate chip granola bar. Oh, so it's not that we can't store random data with a contact. It's that we don't really want people to do it that way anymore. Because one of the things we're trying to do is we're trying to keep as much info around as possible, so that if you get bumped offline or something, the program's still somewhat usable. And like technically, this is all fine with Pidgin 2 and stuff too, because Like, as long as you're running, you're fine. But like when you close the program and you reopen it, you won't have that data. So one of the big differences between Pigeon 2 and Pigeon 3 is we're trying to get to the point where you can reload all of your conversations before they're connected, and it can look like it did. And that's a problem with when you have protocol specific runtime data that's only available when you're connected. That doesn't work. All right, I wanted to go through this quick. Includes support for direct peer-to-peer chatting without communication via server using XMPP-like communication protocol. This mode, called Bonjour Chat in iChat, uses DNSSD to discover peers with which to populate the Bonjour buddy list. This means, unlike conventional buddy lists you manage yourself, the Bonjour window gives you an automatically created buddy list, which can loosely be described as something like people near me. And by default, iChat specifies a domain of local when browsing for peers. It means it only finds people on the local link, which can be discovered using link local multicast DNS. However, wide area DNSSD makes it possible to discover services beyond the link local using the same DNSSD APIs. To have iChat take advantage of this, enter the following commands on a terminal window. Get away from that, man. We have an intruder. How's it going, Awava Stusha? Sorry. I'm like, I'm just going to throw something out there and see how it goes. Oh, you got water, mister, huh? You are wet. Meowler, nice. Your machine and working correctly. iChat will now register and browse in your configured default registration domains in addition to local. Your Bonjour chat buddy will now show all participants registered in those domains, even if the actual participants themselves are on the other side of the planet. It's a simple security precaution. iChat will only accept incoming chat requests from peers that it has itself discovered. What this means in practical terms is that in order to establish a working peer-to-peer chat session, both iChat clients need to be registered in the same domain. Okay, so that's the whole thing we're looking for before, and we found. How's it going, Gramic? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? I just want to know how this works. Like, what actually happens here? Setting up DNS for zero configuration wide area service discoveries by clients. One of the easiest applications of wide area DNS is to simply add a few records to your domain's authoritative DNS server to automatically advertise selected services to clients with zero configuration on the client side. When clients get a response packet from the local network's DHCP server, there's a domain in that packet. And clients running on Tiger and later iOS Bonjour automatically query that domain for advertised services. Therefore, as long as you have administrative access to that domain's authoritative DNS servers, you can easily add necessary records to the clients, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this isn't like... This is only on the same domain that you're on. Okay, that's fine. I was thinking this was like... I could set this up for Pidgin, and then people could message us with it directly, which sounds horrible. But, because then you're, like, leaking IP addresses all over. But, perhaps not. So in theory, you could do this, but that sounds dumb. So, not really worried about it. Alright, so anyways. So working off of this branch. Oh, this is annoying. Well, so wait, why do we do by address and not by ID? This doesn't make any sense. All right. Hey, it says ADM. Yeah, I don't understand why. Wait for the stream to open to see if that matches to before signing it. So that calls that. Client socket handler. Wait, what? Wait for one. Whichever Thompson new. It's gonna be elsewhere. That's fine. They set the socket to client socket. Okay, which is the socket we opened here. Somewhere. Yeah. By accept. Okay, okay. I'm like, we're not making another connection, are we? Like, that shouldn't work, but yeah. Alright, then client, socket, handler. Reads the data from the socket, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so if error, otherwise, they close the sign, otherwise, we set the receive, and then we call it to process. The context is libxml inconsistently starts parsing on creating the parser, so do a parse chunk right afterwards to force it. Alright, The element's name is, or the element's name is not stream. No. Okay, yeah. If it is stream and the stream wasn't started, set it to start, and then parse from attribute and find buddy. God, this is gross. Under Jabber conf match by name. Calls find buddy with the name. In our case, this would just be the ID. Alright, that's fine, I think. Yeah, okay. Alright. Put equals name output stream new. We don't have a cancelable to give. Although we could grab it from the connection. We made this the account now, right? I think we did. Purple connection, get cancelable. Okay. Oh, we still have to pass in the to and from, but we can do null. We haven't updated for that version of Zeme yet, which is fine. But this is just trying to get an idea of whether or not this will work. Input equals Zeme input stream new. Okay. Do we start the output stream first? I don't think we wrote stops yet. $38.65. Um. Yeah, I don't remember if we start the upward stream or what. Oh. I'm like, why is this not searching? Because I meant to be here. Responsive for the caller to establish any necessary connections as this writes raw XMPP data to output. Output is handled asynchronously, so this function was always return immediately. If setup and processing was successful, true will return, otherwise false will return with error set. So we don't. What is the order it's going to be? Metro and Turtles. Let's go. Do. Okay. Apparently I never got rid of the lip spelling stuff. Or got rid of that branch. Okay. Maybe we don't start the. How do we not start the output stream until we know the from? Oh. That's. Huh. We're probably gonna internally use a hash table for this to keep the stuff sorted, anyways. Because when we disconnect, we have to kill all the client connections too. I don't know what happens. Let stream.c start. So we set the output stream, we set up the read handler, and that's it. Okay, that's probably okay. Oh, this might get shitty though. Yeah, the problem is we can't just trust what's there, but that's okay. Um, what has a reject file here for him? It's gotta be old. A year ago. Well, I need to actually close that, but whatever. Okay. Oh, that's there. We can do this now. 'Cause I actually tried compiling this, but yeah, okay. So, do. Oh, it's still doing docs. Oh, did I not include Zeem? I did not include Zeem. That would be a problem. Like, why are there so many errors? We don't have it in here yet. That would be a problem. Let's rename this to Zeemed Up. I'll do this a separate pull request real quick. Morning, Tempors. How are you? Hope you're doing well. $242. Right, that one's still broke. That's okay. Tired, the day's barely started. Oh no. Speaking of, I took a nap earlier, but I need to get tired. That's why I stream was late. Wasn't feeling good, laid down. Got like an hour, maybe a little more. Maybe on it, but I ain't tired. Create the zine version and standardize its name. Name and build system. You're streaming so close to your work start? Yeah, I'm not usually this late, but it happens sometimes. 3866. I just realized I just got myself in a stupid spot. Running Mason sub-projects update. I couldn't remember if that was plural or not. Publish. So the problem is I can't, well, I suppose we can do it that way. Let's see updates. Oh wow, okay. I was like, this is really far behind. Was I not up to date when I started this branch? I guess so. So we unshelved, but we need to actually undo those changes. All right, that's no, it's XMPP. So this is still broken. That's okay. So I did that as a separate pull request, which is fine. It's an easy thing that affects other stuff. But the problem is I was updating it here too, and that's a problem. Oh, right. Technically I could have kept going against the old version, but or whatever, the wrong version, but this is more proper. Okay. Can we get the output stream from the input stream? I don't remember if we did that. We can. Okay, that's good. That is actually very good. Oh, but I can't start it yet. Okay, well, I can start it here, and then we can take care of the rest of it there. That should be fine. Output stream start doesn't write the original stanza, does it? I don't think it does. I'm an input stream. That's a problem. So the problem is we need the G output stream. And, alright, well, let's see what we can do to come up with this. input, comma, oh, we need I think that's all it is. GIO stream, get input stream. Oh, it's a get input stream. Confused on streams and connections yet? We still have more to go. All right, so we've got that. We create the new stream. Input stream. Actually, I want to start. Input stream, then the output stream, and then the error. That returns a bool. I guess we just G warning. Let's create input stream. For client. Oop, that's the wrong thing. I meant to hit Control L and I hit Super L and I locked my screen. And then luckily I can mute my mic so you all couldn't hear my password. Where were we going before I did the dumb? Oh. G-socket connection. Password is Hunter2. Yep. Actually, it's 2Hunter, 2Hunt. It's evolved over the years. Okay, we can go get remote address. Yes, I updated it. G-socket G-socket address. Remote address. Socket connection. This implements G-socket connectable, which is going to have what we want. Or what the fuck? It's human readable format for use in debugging output and is not a stable serialization format. It is not suitable for use in user interface. It exposes too much information to a user. Well, we're gonna grab it and see what the fuck it does. I'm sure this is transfer full. Yep. Car star, stir, I guess. Yeah, or we'll say client. What's the beef? Yeah, Zoom output stream. Wait, no. Input stream. Did I miss a comma? Zoom input stream. The input. The G input stream. Expected. What are you talking about? This is... Oh. Okay. Fine. Why aren't the docs up to date on the website? Like, I'm very confused. Okay. This means we did all this shit for nothing, too. Well, not nothing, but we didn't need to do it. It's generated by 2024-1, so that update happened. Why is this wrong? What? Oh, no, 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 no. Fine. I know what's happening. No, we didn't want that. The problem is in the version we're on, the upload stream wasn't added that way. It predates all of that. Or it should have. What the fuck? No. Okay, there we go. Oh, somehow I fucked that up. Whatever. Alright, yep. Now I have to fix the output stream thing. Whatever, it's fine. Get remote address. What does that? Oh, that has an error in it too. Okay. Oh, We're just gonna ignore that error for now. Cause yep. Yep. Okay. Port separate. I can't remember if it was Okay. So we yep. I mean that's that's horrible, but okay. We should be handling that better, but whatever. Um be able to read sockets already closed. Oh, right, because we're still closing the socket, aren't we? I think we are. Yeah. Okay, so far we're happy with that. But we need to figure out how the hell to handle the rest of this shit, and that's part of the problem. So, yeah. Alright, well, this is at least a starting point. This is nowhere where we need to be or where we want to be yet. But that's okay. basic XMPP. Very beginning of using Zine to talk XMPP. All right. All right, I think we're gonna get out of here because I am tired. And we're gonna get to go raid somebody we don't get to raid all that often. Raid. Not that guy, somebody else. We raid Bottom Apprentice all the time. Alright, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go raid Mr. Togglebit. So thank you everyone for coming by tonight. If you want to join the raid from Twitch, sorry YouTube can't do raids there. But anyways, if you don't want to join the raid, you can go ahead and cancel above chat. Obviously, there's nothing else that you need to do. In the meantime, be sure to follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube and hit the notification bell for your desired level of notification. In the meantime, you can also find links to all my social media right over here. I do post on my Mastodon when I'm going to go live, so you can find that there. Or you can also join us on the official and unofficial Pidgin Discord, which you can find right over here as well. So thank you everybody for coming by tonight. There is a slight chance there may be a day stream tomorrow, which is another reason why I want to go to bed. So keep an eye out for that, because that may happen. But yeah, otherwise I will see you next time. So, adios.